a gang which smuggled drugs on an industrial and unprecedented scale, totaling up to 7 billion and weighing as much as 30 family-sized cars, have finally been jailed after Britain's longest-running criminal trial. 18 members of the international organised crime group have been convicted of importing heroin, cocaine and cannabis to the UK over the 2.5 years. The gang, based largely in the northwest, covered from the south of England to Scotland, importing the drugs from the Netherlands and storing them in warehouses. The stash would be hidden in strong-smelling foods, such as onions, garlic and ginger, with offenders using encrypted communications, fake documents, and even changing their names by deed poll to import the drugs. But it was eventually brought down after an innocent lorry driver suspected criminal activity and called the police, leading the National Crime Agency to begin its investigation and uncover the UK's biggest ever detected drugs conspiracy. The case was so big that 2 criminal trials were needed to try the defendants, with one lasting 23 months, a record in England and Wales, and the other 9 months. It can finally be reported after the last 3 men, all from North West, were found guilty and reporting restrictions were lifted. The judge who presided over the trials said the drug smuggling was on an industrial and unprecedented scale. Manchester Crown Court heard out only 6 seizures of drugs, with a total street value of 40 million, were made from the organised crime group between August 2015 and September 2018. But the NCA investigators proved there were at least 240 importations, which went to great lengths to confuse the authorities and avoid justice. Trial judge Paul Lawton said if only half of the importations contained the same quantities of drugs as 6 recovered seizures, it would amount to 3 billion worth. Ringleader Paul Green, 59, known as the Big Fella, was the point of contact for numerous organised crime groups who paid the fee to ship heroin, cocaine, amphetamines and cannabis into the UK. They would set up a series of front companies and warehouses in England and the Netherlands to mask offending using fake and stolen identities. Paul Green even rented a hotel room near his home in Widnes, Cheshire, so he could use its Wi-Fi without it being traced back to him, and to avoid detection, the organised crime groups concealed its drugs in consignments of strong-smelling foodstuffs such as onions, garlic and ginger. The crime group bought so many onions, between 40 tons and 50 tons a week, that it could not get rid of them, and often sent them back to the continent to act as another cover load, the court was told. Prosecutor Andrew Thomas KC said a feature of the sequence of conspiracies between March 2016 and September 2018 was the determination to continue the importations either after arrests and or drug seizures. He told jurors as soon as one company became exposed, they would switch to another one. Among the many items of evidence gathered were messages on Green's encrypted EncroChat phone with his handler name of Duck Farmer to accomplices in which he arranged shipments. Green, 59, had no previous convictions, but had changed his name twice by deed poll, from Simon Swift to James Russell, and then to Green, due to financial difficulties and his self-confessed involvement in property and business fraud, as well as his organised crime group customers. Green also brought in drugs for his own gang to distribute for sale. Sentencing Judge Paul Lawton told gang members, "Your main purpose was the importation of controlled drugs on an international and unprecedented scale with the value of at least 2 billion and potentially as high as 7 billion. The harm caused beyond the importation is uncalculable. He added, what you are actually distributing was addiction, misery, social degradation, and death. Please like this video, please comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my crime channel. Thank you.